So today's essence is, sweet children, continue to serve one another the nourishment of happiness, to stay constantly happy and in pleasure, and to share that happiness is the most powerful hospitality. So, we, what we can give more to others is happiness. If we are giving this happiness, it is the most powerful hospitality, because happiness is missing from this world now. Question: what is the way to elevate your stage, and what main things do you have to pay attention to? So Baptara is telling, in order to make your stage elevated, first have the courage to conquer, to be a conqueror of attachment. First. Second, keep your chart of what you talk to Papa about while remembering him, and for how long you remembered him. The first, we used to keep chart of how long we remembered him, but today Baba is telling also to keep chart of what did you talk to him, whether we talked about the knowledge or whether we were asking him something, give this, give that. Third, you have to be conqueror of sleep. This is most problem comes to the Brahmin family. They get more sleep. So Baba is telling you have to become conqueror of sleep. You have to look after your old body and also forget it. While looking after it, taking care of it, we should not hang to it. We should also forget it. Make your nature divine. Do not be influenced by your nature and thereby harass anyone. Before our nature was shouting, immediately reacting, complaining. So we should not get influenced by our old nature and give trouble to anyone. Remove all defects and become a pure diamond. Have to check. Keep yourself as a diamond in front of you and see what and all defects still there to be like uncut. No defect diamond. So I have to become a pure diamond. Become a fragrant flower that gives happiness to everyone. A fragrant flower, see quality in others, give fragrance to others, happiness to others. Om Shanti. Now Baba will explain all this thing in detail. The spiritual father who gives each one of you third eye of knowledge sits and explains to you spiritual children. He is talking to spirit. The father is a spirit, he is a soul. We are a soul. We talk to soul only. From the spiritual only spiritual has come. No one apart from Father can give you a third eye of knowledge. No one can give us third eye of knowledge. Each of you children have received third eye of knowledge. You know that this old world is now to change. The poor, helpless people do not know how or who is going to change it because they do not even have third eye of knowledge. Now we are knowing how God has come, how He's changing this world by changing we souls. Each of you children has now received a third eye of knowledge with which you now know the beginning, middle, and end of the world. This is the saccharine of knowledge. Even one drop of saccharine is so sweet. Similarly, one word of knowledge is man mana bhava. It is sweeter than everything else. What does man mana bhava means? Consider yourself to be soul and remember the Father. The Father is showing you the path to the land of peace, the land of happiness. The Father has come to give you children the inheritance of heaven. So you children should have so much happiness. It is called there is no nourishment like happiness for those who remain constantly happy and in pleasure. It is as though it is nourishment for them. This is very powerful nourishment. To remain in pleasure for 21 birth, continue to serve one another. This nourishment, offer this powerful hospitality to one another. No other human being can offer this type of hospitality to anyone else. You children offer spiritual hospitality to everyone according to Srimad. True welfare is also to give someone the father introduction. So what we can do, the spiritual hospitality, give everyone happiness, pleasure. If we are constantly happy and pleasure, and also give this knowledge, father's introduction. Sweet children, you know that you are to receive nourishment of liberation in life from the unlimited Father. In golden age, Bharat was liberated in life and pure. The Father is giving you great elevated nourishment. This is why there is the praise. If you want to know about suprasensuous joy, ask gopis and gopis. Now only it is we who receive this suprasensuous joy when we become pure. And our heart is fully in His remembrance. We receive this suprasensuous joy, and we were in liberation in life, Jivan Mukti, in golden age, because everyone was pure. This is first class, wonderful nourishment of knowledge and yoga, and only one spiritual surgeon has it who can give this wonderful nourishment through this knowledge and yoga. Only the spiritual surgeon, supreme power, because what he's doing, he's taking out with this knowledge and yoga, he's taking out our all diseases. No one else even know about this nourishment. The father says, "Sweet children, I have brought a gift for you on the palm of my hand. Only I keep this gift of liberation in life. No one can liberate us except the Supreme Father. Every cycle I come and give it to you. Ravan then snatches it away from you. So the mercury of happiness of you children should rise so high. You know that you know that your one father is also the teacher and the true Sadguru who will take you back with him. You receive the sovereignty of world from the most beloved Father. Is this a small thing? So you should remain constantly happy. Godly student life is the best. We are godly student of him. Teacher Sadguru is teaching us. So our mercury of happiness should be high, and we should always be celebrating in happiness, always dance in happiness. Knowledgeful dance. The world does not know when true happiness is celebrated. People don't have any knowledge of golden age, so they continue to celebrate here. We celebrate here many festivals now because they don't know how we celebrated each and every second in golden age. But here there are typical few days to celebrate because here there is no, we cannot be in everyday celebration, each moment of celebration. However, where can happiness come from in this Tamapradhan world? People here continue to cry out in distress. This is world of such sorrow. The father is showing you children such an easy path. While living at home with your families, live like a lotus flower. Even while doing your business, etc. Continue to remember me, just like a lover and beloved continue to remember one another. One is the lover, the other one is the beloved. Here it is not like that. Here all of you are lovers of one beloved for birth after birth. No, here in worldly life there is one lover, one beloved. Both love each other. But for Baba, he is the one beloved, and we all are his, like not his lover. For him, no one is lover. He don't. He's like he's beloved of all of us. That's all. And for how many time? For 5,000 years. Here it is not like that. Here all of you are lover of one beloved for birth after birth. The father never becomes a lover. You have been remembering that beloved in order to meet him. He is asochta. He don't think, so he don't remember us. Only now he remembers us when we are in his remembrance. When you experience more sorrow, you remember him more. It is remembered. Everyone remember him in time of sorrow, but no one remember him in time of happiness. At this time, the Father is the Almighty Authority, the one with all powers, and so, day by day, Maya too becoming Tamopradhan, Almighty Authority. She is negative power. Baba is positive power. In positivity, he is Almighty Authority. In negativity, Maya is Almighty Authority. This is why the Father now says, sweet children, become soul conscious, because when we are soul conscious, Maya cannot do anything. Consider yourself to be souls and remember me, your Father, and together win that. Also imbibe divine virtues and you will become like Lakshmi Narayan. In this study, the main thing is remembering. We should remember the highest and high Father with a lot of love and affection. It is the highest and high Father who will establish the new world. The Father says, I have come to make your children into masters of the world. Therefore, you now remember me, and the sins of your innumerable birth will be cut away. The purified Father says, you have become very impure, and this is why you must now remember me, and you will become pure and the masters of the pure world. People call out to the purified Father. Now the Father has come, and so you definitely has to become pure. The Father is the remover of sorrow and bestower of happiness. Truly, there was the pure world in golden age, so everyone was happy. The Father says once again, children, continue to remember the land of peace and land of happiness. We should not be in remembrance of this Kalyug world, land of peace, Paramdham, and land of happiness, Satyug. It is now the confluence age. The boatman, Supreme Power, is also a boatman. He is taking you from this side to the other side. It is not just the matter of one boat, but it is though the whole world is one big ship, and he takes that across. Father explained to you, sweetest children, consider yourself to be souls and remember the Father. You can also engage yourself in doing Father's service on God fatherly service. The Father himself comes to make you into the masters of the world. Those who make effort very well are called Mahavirs. It is seen who are Mahavirs also follow Baba's direction. The Father order is consider yourself to be souls and see others as your brothers. Forget those bodies. Even Baba does not look at bodies. The Father says, I look at souls. You know that a soul cannot speak without a body. I too have entered Brahma body. I have taken it on loan. So we have to practice seeing everyone as a soul. A soul can only study through a body. Baba, sit here on the forehead. This is an immortal throne. A soul is an immortal image. A soul never grows bigger or smaller. A body is small or big. The throne of all souls is center of their forehead, whether child, big or male, female, anyone. The bodies of all are different. The immortal throne of some are of male, and of others they are of a female. The immortal throne of some are those of a child. The father sits here and teaches you children spiritual drill. Whether you speak to anyone, first of all, consider yourself to be a soul. I, the soul, am speaking to my brother, so and so. I'm giving him Father's message. Remember, Shiv Baba. Only by having remembrance will the rust be removed. The value of gold is reduced when alloy is mixed into it. You souls have also become valueless because you souls have become rusty. You now have to become pure once again. Each of you souls has now received a third eye of knowledge. Look at your brothers with that eye. By looking at others of brothers, your physical organs will not cause a mischief. If you want to claim your fortune of the kingdom and become master of the world, then make this effort. Give knowledge to everyone while considering them to be your brothers, and this habit will become firm. All of you are true brothers. The Father has come from up above, and you have also come from there. The Father is doing service together with you children. He is giving you the courage to do service. When a child has courage, the Father helps. So you have to practice. I, the soul, am teaching my brother. It is the soul that is studying. This is called spiritual knowledge, which you receive from a spiritual father. Only at the confluence age does the Father come and give this knowledge. Consider yourself to be a soul. You came naked and then adopted the body here and played your part at 84th birth. Now you have to return home. Consider this body as gift of God, not mine. Always have to fill body length. Therefore consider yourself to be the soul and have the vision of brotherhood. You have to make this effort. You have to make effort for yourself. What does it matter to you? What other does? Charity begins at home. First give this knowledge at home. This means that you first of all have to consider yourself to be soul and explain to your brothers, and the arrow will then strike the target very well. You have to fill them with this power. Only when you make effort will you claim elevated fruit. You also have to tolerate a little. When you will go and give this knowledge, they may react or say something. You have to tolerate a little. When someone tells you wrong thing, just remain quiet. When you remain quiet, what can other person do? Only when there are two hands can you clap. If one says something and the other one remains quiet, the first one will naturally become quiet. When the two hands clap, there is a sound. Children have to benefit one another. The father explained, children, if you want to stay in constant happiness, become Manmanabhava. Consider yourself to be souls and remember the Father. Look at your brothers' souls. Give this knowledge to your brothers too. By your instilling this habit, the criminal eye will never deceive you. Look at each third eye of knowledge, the soul. Baba too only looks at you, you souls. You have to try to look constantly at the soul alone. Do not even look at the body. When you are conducting yoga, if you consider yourself to be soul and continue to look at your brothers, good service will take place. Baba has said, explain to your brothers. All brothers claim their inheritance from the father. Only once do you Brahmin children receive the spiritual knowledge. You are Brahmins and you are then going to become deities. You are not going to live this confluence age. How else you go across? You are not going to jump there. This is a wonderful confluence age, so you children have to instill the habit of staying on spiritual pilgrimage of remembrance. It is the matter of your own benefit. Give the Father teaching to your brothers. Father says, I am giving knowledge to you souls. I only look at souls. When a person talks to another, he look at his face. You speak to souls, and you must only look at the soul. Even though you give knowledge through a body, you still have to break the consciousness of the body. You souls understand that the Father, the Supreme Soul, is giving you knowledge. The Father says, I look at souls. Soul also say, I look at the Father. The Supreme Soul, I am receiving knowledge from Him. This is called an exchange of spiritual knowledge of souls with souls. This knowledge is in the soul. Knowledge has to be given to souls. This is like power. When your knowledge is filled with power and you then explain to anyone, the arrow will strike the target. The Father says, practice this and see if the arrow strike the target or not. You have to instill this new habit and the consciousness of body will then be removed. There will be fewer storms of Maya. You won't have bad thoughts. You will not have a criminal eye. I, the soul, have been around the cycle for 84 births. The play is now coming to an end. You now have to stay in remembrance of Baba. It is only by having remembrance that you will become Satu Pradhan from Tamu Pradhan and become a master of Tamu Satu Pradhan world. It is so easy. The Father knows that giving the children this teaching isn't his part. It is not anything new. I have to come every 5,000 years. I am bound by this. I sit and explain to you children, sweet children, stay on this pilgrimage of remembrance, and your final moments will lead you to your destination. These are final moments. Constantly remember me alone, and you will receive salvation. With the pilgrimage of remembrance, the pillars will become strong. Only once do your children receive this teaching to become soul consciousness in this 5,000 years. Only one time they receive this knowledge. This knowledge is so wonderful. Baba is wonderful. And Baba knowledge is wonderful. No one else can ever give it. This is the highest and high clan of you Brahmin. At this time, your lives are invaluable, and this is why you have to look after those bodies. This body also we have to look after. We have to take care of him, give good food, have good thought in this body, so that body will also be. Because of being Tamu Pradhan, the lifestyle span of your body has continued to reduce. The more you stay in yoga, the more your lifespan will increase. With your lifespan increasing, they will become 150 years in golden age, and this is why you have to look after your bodies. Do not think that it is puppet of clay, and so it does not matter if it finishes. No, you have to keep it alive. This is an invaluable life because this is our last birth. If we lost life, then we will lost our all Purusharth. So Baba is telling, if someone is ill, do not be distressed by that one. If we are also ill, we have to be in more yoga to heal ourselves. And if someone is ill also, we have to ask them not to be distressed by that. Also, we should not get distressed. We see if somebody in our close one they are ill, we should not get tensed by that. Tell him to remember Shiv Baba. The more remembrance you have, the more your sins will continue to be cut away. You have to serve that one so that he continues to live and remember Shiv Baba. You children have to have courage in order to become destroyers of your attachment. You have to become conquerors of attachment instantly. Nashto Moha. You have to, you have found the unlimited Father. You have to claim full inheritance from Him. Baba has explained to you children to keep your chart. What did I talk to Baba about when remembering Him? How much did I praise Him? How much did I remember Him at the time of taking meals? And then I forgot Him. It is essential to make your stage elevated. You have to become conquerors of sleep. Continue to increase remembrance. Continue to teach others. You definitely have to become destroyers of attachment in this. You also have to forget your old bodies. You now belong to the Father, and so you have to remember Him. You have to remember the Father who makes you into diamond with so much love. Check, is my nature divine? People are very much harassed by their own natures. Each one of you has received your own third eye, so you have to check with that. Is my remembrance reaching Baba? Remove the defects you have and become a pure diamond. Is there, if there is slightest defect, your value will be reduced. This is why you have to make effort to increase your value. Baba knows that you will reach your Karmati stage at the end. Nevertheless, Baba will tell you to make effort. You will be loved by Baba number wise according to effort that you make. Baba means supreme power also. His love is number wise. Those who make more effort, he loves them more. Those who are fragrant flowers and who give happiness to another cannot remain hidden. The father says to the children, sweet children, constantly remember me alone, and dirt will be removed. While remembering the Father, your hearts have to become completely cool. Let the remembrance of Father harass you. Baba, sweet Baba, you are changing me so much from what I was. Others don't know what you are becoming. So you have to remember such a sweet Father with so much love. Some mothers who are in bondage stay in remembrance a lot. You can't tell how they are able to liberate themselves and come to Baba. Other children do not have as much as love as they have. They remember Baba a lot and shed tears of love. Baba, when I will meet you. Baba, the one who makes us into a master of the world. Oh Baba, when will I be able to meet you personally? In this way, they remember Baba with lot of love. Baba, the one who removes all sorrow, who have created such fortune for us. You make us into master of the world. They receive a lot of power. from having remembrance cha to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children. Love, remembrance, and good morning from mother, father, and Bap Dada. The spiritual fathers say Namaste to the spiritual children. Essence for dharna from the spiritual children. Love, remembrance, and good morning to mother, father, and Bap Dada. Namaste Baba, Namaste. Shukriya Baba, Shukriya. Essence for dharna. When someone says wrong thing to you, just remain quiet. Do not come into conflict, clapping with words with your mouth. You have to tolerate, benefit one another. Practice looking at your brother's souls with your third eye of knowledge. Consider yourself to be a brother. And give knowledge to your brother. Perform spiritual drill and also enable others to do it. Make effort for yourself. Do not look at others' blessing. May you be an elevated server and enable everyone to will everything with your willpower. Willpower and will everything. Then we will be elevated server. Means at present many souls are thirsty for your cooperation, but they do not have their own power. They don't have third eye, they don't have connection with Baba. You especially have to give them help with your powers. Therefore you servers who are instrument have to have the power of all powers. The Father Brahma willed all the power to children at the last moment, and this task is being carried out with that will. This Brahma Kumari, this much big, 1969, Baba Brahma Baba left his body, and still this work is going on. So Baba is telling, Supreme Power is telling that he willed his powers to the children at last moment to carry out this task. Follow the Father in the same way. Will your powers to soul and service will continue to be accomplished according to the time. So how can we will? We can give them powers through yoga, through our words, by seeing their qualities. Slogan: when there are powers of unity and concentration, success is easily attained. When there are powers of unity and concentration, success is easily attained. Concentration, if we all are at same thought, and we all have unity, all Brahmin family, then we'll receive that the success in that task. Om Shanti, Om Shanti.